Okay, we're out at West Lawrence High School. We're here with Coach Danny Johnson. Coach, thanks for letting us come out this afternoon, be able to talk to you a little bit. You love some tennis, don't you?
Love some tennis.
Yeah, every day is a great day for tennis, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it's a little breezy out here, so you're going to have to put up with a little wind noise for us today, but we want to be able to talk to you a little bit. Now, a lot of people know you, Danny, from around the community, and Coach, you not only coach tennis, but you coach several sports, haven't you?
Yes, sir. I coached basketball. It was my primary sport, probably. Coached it in '95. When I got here to West Lawrence back in '02, I took a year off from head coaching in high school, and I coached the middle school team after a year.
Yeah.
We had a lot of success, and lo and behold, that was the year we won the state title in '04, and Coach Williams left to go to Camden County, because of the prosperity, and job just fell in my lap, more or less, the basketball job. So, I took it, and I remained coach till 2010. We went to the state playoffs several times, and we even went back to the Final Four in '07. Started coaching tennis. I think I got the boys back in about '04 as well, and we come from humble beginnings here in tennis. We only had, I can remember the days when our team wasn't a full team. 7 make up a full team. I can remember we carried 6 to some of our matches the first year or so. Didn't have much talent, but we had a couple of players who were in the middle school that I coached in basketball that year in middle school. Yeah. I encouraged them to come out, and our middle school team that year consisted of 2 guys.
Wow.
2 guys. One of them later became one of my better singles players, and the other was a pretty good doubles player. Mm-hmm. And we've grown since. 2 years later, 2006, I think. It might have been 3. We went to the Elite 8 for the first time.
Awesome.
And boys have been to the Elite 8 ever since then. And picked up the girls. Picked up the girls team back, I think, in 2011, and now I have both. And we got to say at West Lawrence, tradition never graduates. So the players come and go, and we sure do miss them. But the ones in the program who are coming up, it's their job to carry on the legacy.
Yeah, I like that, Coach. I've always been a believer, Coach, that if you were a coach, you could coach pretty much anything.
Steve Spurrier calls himself the old ball coach.
Yeah.
He don't really like to be called the old football coach. He says an old ball coach can coach just about anything, like you said.
Yeah.
And he likes to put him in that category. And I kind of like that myself. We this past year, my homeroom class, we have kind of like a field day at the end of the year there for seniors, and my senior homeroom won, and I'd like to think my competitiveness had something to do with that, to motivate them.
Hey, let's look back over time now. You coach basketball, you coach in tennis now, but let's think about maybe some of the outstanding athletes in basketball that you coach, some that you've been able to kind of mentor and got to know and shared with here at West Lawrence.
The basketball players, certainly, Damaris Thomas was a great basketball player in his own right. He's done tremendous things as a football player. Probably, when he was a senior, he was recruited by some colleges to play basketball. He even played a lot of AAU basketball, his sophomore and junior years. And, he was a tremendous basketball player.
Just all-around
athlete.
Yeah.
I remember several great games with rivals. Back when I was coaching then, all 3 schools were very competitive. It was, within about a 5-year span, there was at least one Lawrence County school in the Final Four every year there going on.
Right.
And winning, Dublin's won a couple of state titles.
Sure.
We won one. East Lawrence been in the championship game.
Yeah.
Marcos Knight, who played on my '07 team as a junior, he's playing overseas now.
Awesome.
in Germany, and his brother Trantel was 1 year behind him here, and they both played collegiately at Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah.
Marcos and them made the
How about
they made the big dance last year, the tournament, and Trantel has had a tremendous season. They lost in their conference tournament, but I think they're in the NIT as well this year. So those are three great players within our program, and we've had several role players. That 07 team we had was a tremendous group
really stood out, didn't it?
Of role players. Everybody knew their job. We had good senior leadership, and it was just a special time. Just one last thing on that. We found ourselves, I think, at maybe 11-9 in one point in the season. We went on to win like 11 straight there at the end of the season. We got on a roll. We finished 22-10. That season.
Wow.
When you get on a roll, that's a special thing.
When it clicks. But you always coach him for that.
Yes, that's right.
You always coach him for that. And I can tell, being around you, some of you want that senior leadership. You want that seniority because you got to feed the younger kids. You got to train them up, and they have to understand what their position is each year they're growing, right?
That's right.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
It's a process. They come in as freshmen. They might be more talented than the older guys, but the program that we've had in the past, it's been pretty much you graduate each year into another role. Let's say you play second doubles your first year like your son, as a freshman. And apparently, I think he got bit by that tennis bug,
Right.
And, last year he played 2 singles, so he had a tremendous jump between his freshman and sophomore year. This year as a junior, he's playing 1 for us. He's done a tremendous job of working in the off season, getting better, because that's when you really get better. It's hard to get better, as a tennis player, really, when you start in January, and you're going through the season, but you really grow as a tennis player in the summer and the fall. Our girls, we have a great nucleus of seniors this year. We have 4. We lost 4, last year, 4 great ones, but. That junior senior bunch that we had, that 2-year group right there, it's been a special group. And what I'm trying to groom now is, that freshman and sophomore class right below them, it's going to be time for them to step up once those seniors leave. As we say, tradition never graduates.
But you grow them all the time, Coach Johnson. You have summer workouts. You encourage them to be involved in tournaments throughout the year. But come January, you start working out. January.
It's time for me to get my hand. Me to put my hands on the program a little bit, because you mainly do a lot of the. It's individual stuff, in the summer and the fall, but I get to put my hands on it, January through May, and like you said, we do have a lot of things going on year round. During the summer we play a lot weekly. In the fall we they set a time they come out and play at least once a week as a team, and weather permitting, in the first couple of months of January and February. But
you guys get out here.
Yeah, weather's getting better now, maybe, and maybe we can make a little stretch run here at middle and last half of the year.
My parents are really slowing down. I feel bad I can't always be there for them.
How do I choose between caring for my mother and caring for my own family?
I've been looking into the options, but Dad doesn't want to leave his home. What do I do?
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Home Instead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.
Come on.
Computer problem? Call Freedom PCs and it'll be problem solved. Freedom PCs is Central Georgia's computer repair and networking specialist. Business or residential, they will get you up and running. Now offering on-site service. If it can't be fixed on-site, they offer free pickup and delivery. For computer or network problems, call Freedom PCs. Also offering new and refurbished desktops and laptops. For any business or residential computer problem, visit 1101G Hillcrest Parkway or call 272-4620. And yes, they also service Macs.
When my husband experienced chest pain, I knew he had to go to the ER at Fairview Park Hospital because it had an accredited chest pain center. Chest pain isn't like a broken arm or a high fever. They treat chest pain like the serious condition it is, and they treat it fast. And it was a good thing we knew the difference because my husband was in cardiac arrest.
Oh, I was fine.
Now he is.
Treat chest pain like chest pain. Choose the ER at Fairview Park Hospital.
When it's handiwork you need, call on the professionals at MPHIS. MPHIS can handle all your asphalt repair, construction work, anything from painting to floor covering, roofing to tile, and concrete work. MPHIS, Handyman Headquarters. No job too large or too small for MPHIS. Licensed and insured. Count on MPHIS. Log on today to MPHIS.com. Let's talk about who your starters are for your girls.
Okay. I have Stevie Ray Brown as my number one singles player. She's a senior. She's pretty much been starting at one for her pretty much most of her career.
Yeah. She's tough.
My number two is Allison Keene, a sophomore, who, like you said, one great benefit we have is a solid middle school program.
Yeah.
A lot of the teams we play around the Middle Georgia area don't have middle school tennis. And, that allows sometimes our freshmen and sophomores to come in right away and start that experience they had at the middle school level.
Yeah, they know enough to get out there.
That's right. And three singles, I have Chandler Reynolds, who, she tore ACL last year, had a knee injury, missed the entire year, and rehabbed real hard, and she's back for her senior year, and hopefully it'll be a very successful one. At one doubles right now, we got Kate Melvin, a senior, and a freshman, Caroline Culpepper, and at two doubles we have Ashley Perry and Molly Davis. Ashley being a senior, one of our seniors, and Molly Davis, our sophomore. Now, a couple things on that. We started out with Kate and Ashley at the one single spot because they were seniors.
Right.
Last week or so, we made a little switch there. Mainly, it's a position where the senior may, the older upperclassmen may be able to groom the underclassmen, at each, and it's worked out, believe it or not. Communication's been great on that.
Awesome. And what a great group of kids. What a great group of young ladies. Just class acts, aren't they?
They are. They're great young ladies. They conduct themselves properly both on and off the court. And that's what, that's what we want here. We want them not to only have success on the court, but also in the classroom and in life as well. And, every day out here, I try to teach life lessons that they can carry on with them. A lot of them even at various times during the season even quote me on things I've said in the past and stuff. So it makes me feel good that they're listening.
How about your boys now? Let's run through
now
those.
my boys, Trevor Deal is my number one singles right now. He's a junior, like I said. He's worked hard to be that number one player for us, and he's what I call a tennis rat. He really loves it. He loves it.
Yeah.
Right now, my number two is David McKinnon.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore. A little story about David. Due to a hardship, he had to leave us last year and went down to South Effingham, but due to situation with the family, they were able to come back to us because we hated to see him go. He came back and good player for us, and he's back with us, and he's playing two singles, steady player, very consistent player. Right now, number three is Cam Skinner. He's a junior. He's been playing basically at that same spot for 3 years now. My number one doubles team is Cam Keene and Cade Powell, both seniors. Been here a while, so, basically been a part of some very successful teams. They're our lone seniors, and We also have at the two doubles, we got about 3 players rotating in right there. We got Garrett Story, we got who's a sophomore, Noah Hester, who's a junior, and Carter Peters, who's a sophomore. And we're still trying to find a little chemistry there, seeing which ones, which 2 out of those 3 may be the best for us down the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you got a good team. You're hoping to be able to take it all. You play some tough teams.
We have. We played a very tough non-region schedule this year. We went down to Tifton in February, at the beginning of February. You never know what the weather's going to be like in the first week of February, but here in the South, sometimes we get lucky.
Yeah.
We played teams 5A and 6A schools like Glenn Academy out of Brunswick, Colquitt County out of Moultrie, Camden County out of Kingsland. So a lot of Tift County, of course, a lot of good schools there. We hosted a tournament here, which brought South Effingham from down Savannah way up and FPD, which is a private Macon school that now that they've gone GHSA, that's a good competition for us that we get to play most every year. Bleckley County around here, we always enjoy playing. They've had tremendous success in the last several years. Coach Sanders runs a tremendous program, and we kind of groomed ours, toward in that light, and we kind of are very competitive in the fact that we like to, get together and play each other. And this past week we went down to LaGrange. First ever time going down to LaGrange. We saw some great competition down there. The girls played Blessed Trinity in the first round, and just found out today that Blessed Trinity actually won the whole thing in the first division there. So, we play a very tough non-region schedule, and we want that to prepare us for down the road when we get into the Sweet 16, Elite 8 of state playoffs.
Yeah. And Coach, it seems like a lot of programs don't schedule tougher teams. And I've never understood that, and I want to commend you on that, because you're seeking out people who are tougher, programs that are excellent, because you want your kids to play the toughest kids.
Yes. The level of tennis oftentimes is not that great in our area as far as competitiveness, so we look outside that area, and because if we were just to play teams like that, I don't want my kids to get the big head and think they're the best thing since sliced bread.
Right.
There's other teams out there that are, you, as I tell them all the time, there's always going to be somebody better than you. And we go find those, and we play them, and we compete. And we hope to learn from it, get better, and maybe that'll help us down the road.
Yeah. So how many more matches do we have this year, and at what point, what week of the month do we face our region play, and then hopefully go on further?
All right. Well, I counted up this morning. We played approximately 12 matches thus far, so we can play 18 total. So we're in the neighborhood of 2/3 through with the regular season here. Our region tournament comes up, I think, about April 17th. That's when we have our region tournament. We'll go to Macon at John Drew Smith Tennis Center. Hopefully we'll compete for region titles in both boys and girls. That's our goal every year, win the region. And if we win the region, we get the number 1 seed going in on our side, and the following week, probably last week in April, will be first round and maybe second round of the state playoffs. And if everything works out okay and we're a little lucky and the bracket works out for us, we'll maybe compete for a Elite 8 Final 4 spot in first week in May.
Yeah. Wish you the best of luck, Coach.
I appreciate it, Mr.
Keep up the good work,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No matter where you live in Middle Georgia, Lawrence County's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling company is just a phone call away. And right now, Middle Georgia Mechanical will service your system for only $69.95. And this includes up to 1 pound of Freon. Call Middle Georgia Mechanical today before that old unit lets you down. Call the best qualified, best trained, and most experienced in the repair and maintenance of your heating and cooling system. Call Middle Georgia Mechanical right now at 275-4530 and have your system serviced today for only $69.95. Middle Georgia Mechanical, Central Drive, East Dublin.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
no, I'm fine, thanks.
It's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
See your insurance, your auto owner's agent at 904 Bellevue Avenue in Dublin or call 272-0915.
Community Bank of Dublin, Lawrence County, located at 605 Bellevue Avenue, across from the Dublin Post Office. We're happy to be in our beautiful new building. Originally built in 1906, restored with the latest in banking technology, from our teller pods, ATM machine, safe deposit box, and drive-through lanes. I would personally like to invite you and your family to come by and bank with us. Take a tour of our facility, meet our staff. We have the friendliest staff in the banking industry in town. We are Community Bank of Dublin, Lawrence County, the bank that service built.
Hello, I'm Bill Danner, founder and CEO of Security First Asset Management, a private wealth management advisory firm here in Dublin, Georgia. When I founded the firm in 1997, I founded it on several guiding principles, one of which, and probably most important, is to help our clients plan how to thrive, not just survive during their retirement years. So what is your number one financial concern? We find that most people are concerned about outliving their money. What we're offering you today is a no-cost, no-obligation financial physical. So call us at 274-1712 to set up that appointment. Remember, 274-1712, Security First Asset Management, a local private wealth management advisory firm.
Tomorrow we play Rutland. It's a makeup match. They got 4 girls. They got 4 girls. They got 3 guys. Okay, so they're gonna come. They'll probably show up about 4:15, 4:20. We'll play them, but we'll probably also scrimmage a lot. We'll also have some matches, between ourselves as well. Probably have a couple of drill courts. I got to figure out some things on that, but we hadn't had a good drill day. We're gonna have about an hour, 5-10 minutes of drill right here coming up. Tomorrow will be match play. It's pretty good. Yesterday, Howard isn't what they used to be or have been, but we saw that. But don't let that affect your play. Now we will see a couple other teams still in our region. We got veterans, we got married persons to play. They'll be okay. But we got other matches down the road. We got Bleckley next week. We can't play Country Day. They canceled on. I heard about it Sunday. Trying to reschedule a match. Right now we got 17. We could play one more, but and we're gonna try to get FPD. The season's winding down, so it's gonna be hard to squeeze it in, particularly with spring break still ahead of us and all that. So we got to play 4 of them. 3 on the guys' side. So we'll put together something, and if you don't play. You'll play something, okay?
Are they
either you'll play a match, a scrimmage match with one of us. Net, we got to work on taking lazy balls, single. I want everybody to think about this, going forward. What is your ratio of unforced errors to winners? More winners, less unforced errors. In other words, bottom line, being more consistent as a tennis player.
Well,